Welcome back to another Stream This. We are watching Back to the Future Part 3. I'm JP Lambiase.
I'm Mark Thompson. I'm Saustache and the Saustache Guy.
I'm Chris Ray. That's Chris Ray 227 on IG.
I'm Becket at that Becket on Instagram.
And we are going to be doing dun, 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 dun,
Back to the Future Part
3. Actually, this one starts with different music. This one. Dude,
that's right.
Let's just start off with the trail. Let's just start off with the end of Back to the Future 2. Okay, end of Back to the Future 2. Doc gets struck by lightning.
Yep.
It's so genius. But he wasn't going 88 miles per hour, so I'm just a little bit confused.
Yeah, it was the lightning. It was the lightning that did it. It was the instant.
Enough gigawatts there?
Is there enough gigawatts? But he doesn't have to be propelling forward.
Oh, wait,
I don't know.
Oh, he don't need roads? No, he needs roads.
I feel like at that point when they added Mr. Fusion, that's when they got rid of the need for 88. Like they just had to.
Well, let's just hope that's it.
Just needed the power.
Because from when 2 took off, when they show the little scene at the end of 1 where the wheels turn over and it floats.
Yeah.
He's going pretty fast. And the guy's
they have to turn around and
Doc, we don't got enough road.
Why would you have to turn around in the air? It goes on forever.
I know. Well, I mean, it was.
You did turn
it wouldn't
around.
have been as good of a shot.
It's showmanship. It's showmanship.
Sliding back. Yeah, I mean, why would you not want to do that?
For the people in the alley in suburbia.
Like, if your car flew, would you just get in it and just go straight?
Christ, yes.
No, I'm going to be drifting like Tokyo Drift, bro. All right? Catch me going through.
Oh, did you see, though, when the time circuits were kind of flickering around? They would flicker to 1885?
The flux capacitor?
Yeah,
not the flux capacitor, the time circuits.
The time circuits and the thing when they were setting the times.
You would see it. It would flick.
I remember it would flick to like 1955.
And the reason he went to 1885 is that was the destination that Doc really wanted to go to. So it was like on his next.
I wonder if he just kept on tweaking it in.
For some reason, Doc had a boner for the Old West. Why, we don't know. What was the Industrial Revolution? He was all about tech.
The Old West.
It's like some people do.
I think that's bad writing.
I just feel like I hate when if you like something, you're automatically obsessed or you have like a boner.
No, he had a boner for it. I don't think that matches his character. I don't think so.
The West?
No.
I think it's perfect.
When does he first mention it? The Old West. Does he mention the first one?
I'm going to have to go back and look at that. That's some trivia
Marty,
stuff right there.
Because
we only
I think
get
it's forced in.
No, we only get like moments of time with Doc. We don't have a whole lot of character development with Doc. So
why would Doc?
It's not like he had an opportunity to be like, in part 1, he's like, oh, by the way, Marty, I love the Old West.
I think he says it in the first movie, doesn't he? Say like,
in 55.
Wanted to. Yeah, I think it might have been the end of the
hope so.
first
Maybe he actually did say, hey, Marty,
I
want to
go. End of the first movie, end of Back to the Future 1, he drops Marty off. They finally, not in the library. He finally gets back. This is the first movie.
Okay.
He finally gets back to the future.
Yep.
He finds out that Doc got shot, and he looks at Doc, and he pulls the bulletproof vest, and he goes, wow, what the hell? He goes, Doc, what about all this talk about time travel? And like
not
telling
to
and not to mess with it. He goes, I figured, what the hell? And then he drives him home. And as he drives him home, he's like, where are you off to? I don't know. Maybe I'm going to go to the future, or maybe I've always thought about going to the past. I wanted to see what it was like at a time before I was alive. He's been wanting to do it since the first movie.
So
why the Old West?
I'm on Beckett's side of things because yes, he might have said that. But as a scientist, going back in time with a very futuristic machine,
because he already went to the future.
He's gonna think, well,
like better.
You would think,
but he didn't go there on purpose.
Think he's that good of a? He's a mad scientist.
He builds a machine the size of a football field.
But he didn't go there on purpose.
He's not a scientist. He's a mad scientist. We got to realize that he's not. He doesn't all the screws.
He only has got one good idea.
Yeah, he got this idea when he hit his head on a toilet.
Exactly, a flux capacitor.
Here's another.
The whole thing's a fluke.
Here's another beef. Why always America? Why is it always got to be America?
Well, let's not overthink it.
Well, I don't think it.
All right.
It doesn't. I mean, it just travels time. It doesn't like travel. It's not like
American
Airlines.
Where is it in the
like
Old
when
West? Where is he located in the Old West?
The exact moment. Like
Same
the car.
place.
Same place.
Hill Valley.
Why
The
is it
car
all
doesn't go-
dusty?
He's still in Hill Valley though.
Because nothing was built
There's no
yet.
irrigation.
Yeah, they just had the
No.
town hall, the city.
that was it.
Just where
they
the
were
city
just
is.
putting up
Yeah.
the clock tower. For the
Grass
first
isn't
time.
real in most
Like,
places.
it's
And
like-
it made
It's
sense
like
of the parallels.
Move
of three
over a
movies.
couple miles, Doc. Stay the hell away from Biff in any form. It's like,
This is
I
a
don't get
car,
it.
right? Like he's driving from like in
Doesn't make
his
sense.
little
I
bubble.
Yeah, it's
get-
just in his bubble. Yeah,
in
it's
his
just
little
like
bubble.
it's I'm driving from Orlando
So-
to Nona. Like,
I get where Beckett's coming from, but at the same token, like for the sake of not destroying my childhood dreams of this movie, let's just keep it in the U.S. in the same town for the craft of the history repeats itself theme that they're playing throughout.
I
this.
get
Sure.
Yeah, it's cool in the way that you can. I mean, you can refer to the clock tower. You know, and it's cool. It's
oh yeah, you see it being
and he
built
gets a
all the way
picture
through
taken
time.
with him and goes to the future, and now
Well,
he's got a forever
Back
picture
to
of
the
him.
Future
Well,
is its
remember-
own bubble of nostalgia. It's brilliant.
Well,
I mean, it's
remember,
made for fans.
They're literally sitting in 1955, right, at a drive-through. And then through the drive-through, he goes through that drive-through and then ends up with like actual Indians chasing him.
Yeah, that's
like,
hilarious.
through the thing.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Because at that time,
It was a
in this
movie
area of
theater.
Hill, yeah, it was exactly.
I
Drive-in movie
love
theater.
one of the things that I didn't catch as a kid, but when I first saw the opening of Back to the Future 3, when the guy shows up, right when Doc disappears in the lightning, a guy shows up with a letter.
Oh,
from
yeah, the
Marty.
poster,
I'm
yeah.
like so genius that
Yeah.
Doc somehow is able to just.
So Doc Brown, he's like, "Yep, that's when it happens. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna make sure that I
Right.
send them at this very specific
So
time."
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, so many things stole from Back to the Future. That just seems
from
like
there,
something
yeah.
that would be stolen now, and we wouldn't even think anything of it.
Well, again, another really great character piece. The guy Biff looks unrecognizable in the saloon
Thought I done told you never to come in.
as he's like barking at Marty.
oh, 100%.
I do
that was
like
my
Old
favorite
West
Biff.
Biff.
That is my favorite
Biff
Biff.
is great back then.
Because he's got grit. He's not like a punk. He's like an actual like, don't mess with me.
Yeah.
He's a really
So
gritty. I'm gonna shoot you in the face.
Yeah.
kind of
He was
bad guy.
he was the meanest Griff. My favorite Griff was one, but the Griff.
You're
3 was
saying
the-
Biff. You're,
Biff.
Yeah,
Biff
Griff
was
is
the,
a son.
Yeah, Griff is the first one. Yeah.
But
yeah,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
right.
and,
Griff
and,
is the
and
son.
it's not even Biff, it's Mad Dog Tannen.
Mad Dog
But-
Yeah,
Tannen.
Dog.
yeah.
Mad Dog. Nobody calls me
That's
Mad
right.
Dog. Dance.
Dance, boy.
Dance.
Yeah,
dance,
that's right.
boy.
Dance.
And he did it, and he's wearing the most ridiculous
Let's
cowboy
go- yeah, yeah.
outfit like in
Yeah.
the world.
Clint Eastwood never wore anything like this.
The little frills and
You
stuff.
look like McFly, but a duty up little hat, go to trash. Whatever like he says.
And then I love the Irish immigrant relatives that McFly has. They're-
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, McFly.
They're so nice.
Oh,
and
hello,
kind.
McFly.
Hello there.
Maggie! I've got supper.
Marty McFly,
Jameson?
you look
Look at you
quite,
there.
Jameis?
you look quite familiar there,
Oh,
don't,
yeah.
don't you?
Do
Don't you, Rolf?
A moment of your time. How do you...
They're not
I don't know.
stereotypical.
I trust this man. No. I don't know about this man. I just...
They don't sound like drunken leprechauns.
Very
Yeah.
problematic.
Wait,
Some of this stuff. Like, oh, God.
Maybe it's the way. Maybe that's the way he talks. I don't know, man. I trust him. I love
Great
that
job,
scene.
Michael J. Fox, for his various variations, and Biff.
I mean, he really did a good job doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, they all did.
ZZ Top was in this one.
Yeah.
ZZ
ZZ
Top.
Top.
They're in the hoedown.
Yeah, they're in the hoedown.
Yeah,
in the
they
hoedown,
got rid
love
of
that.
They got rid of Huey Lewis. He's too modern.
Too
You
modern.
gotta
Oh,
get
that
rid
reminds me of the
that
gun
guy.
scene when he's trying to play the game, but he puts it in his offhand or whatever.
Dude, literally ZZ Top shows up to set that day, and they didn't have to like wear any
Yeah,
costume.
they didn't have to change anything.
Showed right up.
You guys are perfect. Just get on stage.
They're like,
Over
oh,
here,
you guys
guys.
have already been to wardrobe? What's wardrobe?
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
This is how we dress.
Does this acoustic spin this way? I don't know.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's lovely. And again, right? You're getting into that Hill Valley like sort of thing. They're trying to piece this thing together. And then the love interest comes in, and it's for Doc Brown this time.
Yeah.
It's intellectual.
I loved that.
It was
And
the
she's nice.
best. Mary Steenburgen.
And they talk about Jules Verne.
I adore Jules Verne.
Yep.
I adore Jules Verne.
So do I.
See, like this
connect.
is the part of the story that I always like enjoyed, like just
Yeah.
like Doc getting his like it
And
was
he got
Doc's
flustered.
story.
He changed. He didn't even want to
Yeah,
go
he-
back. He's like, Marty, I'll get you back. I'm gonna.
Yeah, I mean, for years we thought Doc was like some crazy incel.
Yeah, and
But
then
he
just
actually has
became-
hormones.
Yeah, well, that's
He
not where I was
showed-
going, but instead of like agreeing, like yeah, whoa, no,
Doc
So,
invented
right-
incels.
Right in the opening, let's just rewind a little bit. Once Marty gets like in his little debacle with Mad Dog Tannen and gets almost hung, doesn't Doc have like a sniper rifle?
I'll shoot the fleas off a dog's back at 500 yards, Tannen, and it's pointed straight at your head.
He invented it.
Completely saves the day.
Yeah.
And he hits a tiny piece of rope.
Yep, like a little, yep.
He invented the sniper rifle. It's
Yeah.
I got
pretty
100
incredible.
right for your back. He's like, wrong. You're. I love that scene. Wrong.
Turning into Al
You better,
Pacino.
you better watch out. You better watch out. What's his name? Doc, whatever his name is. Emmett Brown. He's like, watch out. You might have a bullet in your back. You know what I mean? And he like pretty much foreshadows how he dies.
He was the blacksmith of the town.
Yeah.
Doc Brown. That's how he made a living in that era.
Yeah, and he threw. It was one of Tannen's horses. I think he like messed up the shoe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, something happened.
The way I see it, you owe me like $400, whatever. the thing
Doc
was.
Brown
$40.
shot in a matter on the matter of how much money?
Yeah.
Shot in the back by Buford Tannen over a matter of $80.
$400.
$40.
$40.
$40.
That makes sense.
What kind of future is that? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
You owe me a horse, and he's like, I don't owe you anything.
yeah. And then we find out that's in 6 days because he's got 6 days to
That's
save
right.
Doc. But then of course Marty knows how to find a way to make him be the one on the tombstone.
Right, yeah.
I don't know, man. And then Doc just seamlessly is when he goes to meet this his love interest, he screws up her timeline.
Oh yeah,
Remember that?
he saves her.
That was supposed to be named after the teacher who
Yeah.
fell into the
To the-
gorge.
yeah,
Great
Ravine.
Scott.
Clara,
Yeah.
the Clara Ravine.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Doc, that's what we called it in high school. We always wanted the teacher to fall into the ravine.
Shit, hey, Doc. Clayton Ravine was named after a teacher. They say she fell in there 100 years ago.
That's funny.
And it's
So
got a
it's all
different
this
name. It's got a
historical
different
stuff.
name when she
Yeah.
comes back. So she completely changes that timeline.
Right.
And I think the worst part about this
Well,
whole
she
thing
lived.
is how dumb is
Yeah.
How dumb is Marty with the next chicken statement? He challenges Biff Tannen and whatever to like a duel. Right?
Oh,
Where
that
he
was so ridiculous.
Where he will die, but he's like, Marty, why would you do that? He's like, well, Doc, we're gonna be out of here. Remember? He's like, yeah, you're gonna put all your eggs in that basket.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? He's like, screw you guys.
Yeah.
Hey, Doc, don't worry about it. Monday morning, 8 a.m., we're gonna be gone, right?
Theoretically, yes, but what if the train's late?
What if it doesn't work out?
Get outta here
Yeah,
by
what
that
if it
time.
doesn't work?
Yeah.
Oh, Marty, it's not going to be ready for till 2 days.
Whoops.
Whoops.
What's today? Oh man.
Well, isn't that what happened? I forget. Like, how did they? Because they ended up doing the shootout.
Why did they wait so many days before they did the? Is like
He
honor.
never
'Cause there
gives himself
was-
enough time. Even in the first movie.
the iron lid from
Yeah,
the,
yeah,
from the wood
Clint
burner.
Eastwood.
The Clint
Again,
Eastwood.
it's Clint Eastwood. Fistful of Dollars.
Yeah.
Was the thing in that movie. And if you've never seen Fistful of Dollars by Sergio Leone, it's a great film. And in that movie, Clint Eastwood, at the end, he always said this guy shoots for the heart. He never shoots anywhere else. He just
Yeah.
shoots straight for the heart. So he gets a big, thick piece of metal puts it under his poncho,
Yeah.
and then shows up to the fight like, yeah, no problem. Scares the guy half to death because he keeps getting up after all these shots. And then finally wins the day like Clint Eastwood style. So that's
where it came from.
where it came
So,
from.
so do they play?
Clint Eastwood didn't win the. He didn't shoot quick enough.
No, see, that's the thing. This guy had a rifle from far away, and
sniping.
he kept shooting Clint Eastwood. He keeps falling
Gotcha.
down on the ground. He's like, "What the hell keeps happening?" He just keeps going at it. And he's like, "This
What
guy's
is that?
unstoppable, right?" It was like the Terminator before the
Like
Terminator,
this.
and he just keeps coming at him. And finally, when he runs out of bullets, gotcha, son.
Is that the movie that was played in Back to the Future Part 2? Because in Part 2,
Yes.
Biff's in the hot
Yeah.
tub.
Yes.
So that's like
'Cause they show
that's
that scene of callback.
That's more foreshadow.
Foreshadow rather than call back.
across two films, but I guess they're filmed the same.
because
Yeah,
he
so then-
remembered that from that horrible timeline, which saved him.
Yeah.
From
In the
this
end.
this
Mhm.
timeline.
Yeah.
But again, you
Great
know,
callback.
Yeah. But again, he didn't really think this through. Again, he
No.
could have given himself more time. Not to confuse the timeline, but in the first movie, he's like, "Oh, Doc tore up the letter that told Doc
Yeah.
that he's gonna die." He's like, "Well, I got a time machine. I can just go back
Right.
and tell him."
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And he goes, "All right, 10 minutes should be enough." Then he said 10 minutes should be
10
enough.
minutes.
You mean you want to like
You
fight?
couldn't
There's
give-
Libyans. There's Libyans
Yeah, yeah.
shooting.
You couldn't have given yourself an extra day.
Yeah.
Just go back
You know?
yesterday.
Just go back.
An
Just
hour.
avoid.
Day,
Go
right?
when you know you're not going to run into yourself.
Well,
Yeah.
do you think that's put in there specifically to trigger us? Be like, it's too suspenseful, you know?
10 minutes should be enough.
Right.
What-
minutes
It's like,
should be
why
enough.
would they do
He
that?
Well, it's
pulls
all
up,
put in there.
the minute
But-
he pulls up, he's already getting shot.
Right. Did we look away? We couldn't look away.
It's probably the most confident that Marty's character is when he shouldn't be confident, right? Like he literally looks around, talks to himself, and goes, "What am I talking about? I got a time machine."
And Marty's
like that's
role,
worked ever before.
Yeah.
I would say the third movie is a Doc movie, not a Marty movie. Because if you
100%.
think about it, what is
Oh, yeah,
Marty
for sure.
really doing in nothing? He's just existing.
Trying not to get shot by
He's literally
Mad Dog Dan.
just
to complete the arc of
just
Doc.
existing. He's not doing anything.
Yeah, everybody's making fun of him. Everybody's laughing at him.
He
He's
doesn't.
just-
He
yeah.
doesn't save the day. He doesn't. He's not a hero.
Yeah.
Is
Well,
number 3
on the
anyone's
train?
favorite?
On the
But he
train,
does-
he does help.
Yeah,
on
he
the
does
train,
save.
He does help. That's about it, though.
What else does he do?
That's it. That's what I'm talking about.
That's why. That's
It's
why
the
it's
train,
such-
like-
I think that's why I love. I don't know if it's that I love the third one. I just love that we got more Doc,
We got way more. Doc
and I
in the
think
third
that
one.
they made him one of the most likable characters.
Doc is likable.
And I guess I just fell in love with the relationship too, and how he got frazzled.
That's what I was
dazzled.
saying in the beginning. Like it's like
Yeah.
this was my favorite. So that's what I said
Heart
earlier.
had a
I
lot of
kind of
heart.
romanticized
Yeah.
the third one a lot. You
Yeah.
know? Like I kind of like thought back on it with like a fonder memory because I did always like Doc, and then Doc in this one did have a lot more screen time.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, he was just.
And-
A nicer character. You felt
Right.
for him. Like you were just like, come
Well-
on, Doc. Like you were rooting for him.
Well, before he didn't think about feelings or like.
Yeah,
you
there's
know,
nothing
the
to root for.
From the first one, he's even like, "There's that word heavy again."
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
Is
yeah,
there
yeah.
something wrong with it?
The
Like,
gravitational pull.
Exactly.
exactly,
and
right?
like Doc has a train in the end with there's kids, right?
yeah.
Yep, 2 kids.
Yeah.
Well-
what the hell have those guys been doing?
Jules and Verne.
That's just their kid. That's just their kid. That's the very like
Jules and
the
Verne,
end of
and
it.
then Einie.
And Einie.
Don't forget Einstein.
Oh yeah,
That's
Einie.
cool.
Yeah, Einstein.
So I would say out of all 3 endings of all of the trilogy, they all end with this very climactic, suspenseful moment. The third one is by far the best ending. I used to,
Oh, man.
I used to pretend to be in that on the playground because I
Yeah.
love the scene so much. Where Claire's hanging and he's like, "Dr. Redwood's about to blow." You
Yeah.
know?
Oh,
And
that was so epic.
It was so epic.
Yeah.
Just the fact that Doc was able to make these canisters that were different colors that fed the
Sure.
the wood to make the
Yeah.
train steam engine go like fast
that's
enough.
right.
It was just every beat for beat leading up to that. It was just literally just
Oh, it was incredibly epic.
Well-
I mean, the music. I mean, everything that was happening.
and everything was like when it did explode.
because there was the train robbers or the who was chasing them.
Well, the end is you think we go to the future.
yeah, that's
Right,
no
Marty
Doc,
goes to the,
just Marty.
Just Marty.
He just got to
and
get
then
pushed.
right after that, boom.
Yep.
DeLorean explode, destroyed into 1,000 pieces. So you're just like,
heartbreaking.
that's it. That's
Yeah,
it.
it's
We
the end of
just
it.
locked Doc, and then the reveal, right?
Oh, so it's coming back to me. I haven't seen this in a while, but a lot of the plot that Marty really is kind of involved in is trying to figure out a way to get the car to go 88 because there's no gasoline.
Right.
So trial number 1,
Oh,
they put that oil doesn't start it. It almost starts it. Trial
They
number
used alcohol. It was alcohol.
alcohol. And then trial number 2, horses.
Yep, they pulled it.
That didn't work.
I remember
And then they had to go to the train.
Then they have to go to the train, and it was so funny because in the scene, like Doc's just like, "What can we do? Maybe we could push the car
Yes.
to 88." And right as he says that, the train goes choo choo.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, it was so great.
Yeah, it was amazing.
And then they talk to the guys like, "Well, they max around 50 miles per hour. I mean,
Why, I've had her up to 55 myself.
well,
We've seen a guy get
like-
it up to
like-
55.
well, that'd
Yeah.
be better have to be hot."
Did they use the term miles per hour back then?
No, he said it'd be hotter than the blazing hot thunder.
Well, he had to throw
hot
in.
thunder.
He had to throw
think so.
in those like special little things into the fire to make it go
Right.
extra fast.
Oh,
and
yeah,
that's
yeah.
why the whole thing.
But I don't
starts
know if he
blowing
said
different
miles
colors.
per hour.
Right. I was just curious.
I don't have that movie recited
think
line
they
for
did.
line.
Because they were asking, how
Yeah,
fast can it get?
go?
Can it get
60,
to
70?
Yeah,
Yeah.
can you get it? Then he was like, what about 88 mile an hour? And he's,
Yeah.
I don't think, unless they're fire real
Blaze
hot.
real hot.
Hotter than the blazing sons of all biscuits. And I'm telling, like it was like something real, like, it was real dramatic.
I just didn't know when that term actually came to.
Yeah.
Hell
when
and
it was
hot
normal.
thunder.
Hell or high thunder.
Something
Hell
like
and
that.
hotter
I
than
think that's what it
thunder.
was.
Yeah, it's
Doesn't
something-
matter either way. And then it's all leading up to this climax, and I think Doc was gonna come, and because Clara broke his heart, like
Yeah.
she
Yes.
didn't believe him. She just thought she
Yep.
was making fun of
And
him.
then-
I like Jules Verne.
Yeah.
You're mocking me or whatever.
Yeah, and then she chased the train.
because she got on the train, he's like, "Yeah, I've never seen a man
On
so
a
upset
horse.
over a woman."
Yeah.
That poor fella last night had the worst case of broken heart I have ever seen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was right. The guy
Yeah.
was talking about
And
the
she,
guy
like,
at the
hears it,
bar.
She's like, "Emmett!" and like pulls like the thing, and the train
Yeah, she stops it. Yep. Because that's right. Because Doc went to the bar and got drunk.
Yeah.
Well, actually, but he
But
did
he had
get drunk.
one. He had one.
Right.
But he didn't even have it yet. He was just complaining about her the entire time holding the drink.
Right.
He's like, "How many did he have?"
Just the one.
Just the one? Come on, Doc.
And they were like, he hasn't drank
He
it yet.
hasn't had any.
And then he took it, and that's when he
And then he just passes
yeah
out.
passed out. Hits the table.
It makes sense that,
That
he's
was
a lightweight.
fantastic. Yeah.
So she was like a distraction during the chase, right? Like that kind of slowed him down.
well, that's what slowed him down. Well, so
it's like the
She has
plug-in
to-
from
he
the
has to make-
first one.
He has
Totally,
to make the
because she
decision.
shows up
Yeah.
exactly.
He has to make
Right.
that decision.
she was back on the
That's great
train.
suspense
They
again.
were both in the well,
Well, no,
Marty was in the DeLorean. He was getting to the DeLorean. She
She made the whole thing happen.
blew the horn. Doc!
That's why he
Doc!
stayed back.
And that's when he turned around and went
Got it.
back. Yeah. Yeah, and then remember Marty. This was epic. Marty threw Doc the hoverboard.
Dude, I cannot with you and your impressions. They're just
They
like
are.
so
The impressions
on
are
point.
super intense tonight.
His face is so good.
I mean, they're just
When he
like-
says that. She's like,
No, but then Marty throws the hoverboard back to Doc.
yes, and he catches it on his foot.
Yep.
He's like, yes.
Could you imagine? Now,
Not
this is another
catching
scenario
it.
that I don't think movies ever really like react to. But can you
Right.
imagine being her in 1950, seeing this thing
Right.
getting pushed in front of a train?
1885.
1885. 1885. See this train pushing this thing because you have no idea what that is at
No
this
idea.
point. Sparks are flying. All this stuff's happening. The train's about to explode. Red smoke's flying out of
Yeah.
it. Then this dude throws this floating pink thing out. And she's still going, I love you. She would be going bananas.
I think
Does
that the movie tries to explain that because the jewels
Yeah.
are in her love of sci-fi.
Yeah.
I think that's
guess.
the only reason
Okay.
she could.
Okay.
No,
I
no,
can-
no,
I-
at that
I like
moment
that.
when the board comes out, Clara goes, "Oh, I guess Emmett wasn't lying to me."
Like if
shit.
like JP opened
Yeah.
that door behind us and a floating board came out, we
Yeah.
wouldn't all be like, "Oh my god!" We'd be losing our
our minds.
collective minds.
I'm already.
This is
upset
also
that it
of the
doesn't
most
exist.
mild-mannered Mary Steenburgen. Like even
Yeah.
when she's screaming, she's like, she's like whispering as she's like going through this locomotive
But it's
steam train.
fantastic, you know.
She was the perfect cast for that.
That was perfect.
So,
That was
Oh.
the best.
so
the best
innocent.
chemistry. The best
Oh,
chemistry.
it's just-
Innocent. You wanted them to just go at
I can
it.
picture every all of
Wait,
these
here
things
we go.
perfectly.
Well, if you turn it like this, it's fuzzy. But if you turn it like this,
Yeah, that's doing it for me.
everything,
That's doing it for me.
Come on.
Yeah.
everything's clear. Well, I don't want to take your time here. Nice to meet you, Marty.
The sexual tension.
Yep.
That was Doc Brown.
Or that giant machine is like
my.
iced tea, right?
Stupid.
It's a refrigerator.
Dude, look.
Okay.
When Biff Tanner gets just a big, huge piece of crap out of his mouth, it is so satisfying.
Oh,
I hate manure.
Let's go around and say, what's your favorite? What's the favorite scenes in 3? For me, it's anytime Biff, the old dog Tannen is just raising hell.
oh,
with him
any
and his
scene with
guys.
him.
Yeah, it's just my favorite guy.
I think my probably with Marty's the shooting thing. That was just I thought that
Yeah.
was funny as hell. And
Where'd you learn to shoot like that?
7-Eleven.
and actually the whole section of the movie, like with like the pie pan,
Yeah.
like the whole deal. I love
Oh,
that
Yep.
section.
when he like frisbees it.
Yeah, frisbees
That's
the
a
pie
great
pan.
scene.
Yeah.
that was a great scene.
I think I liked the DeLorean being pushed. That whole shit.
Oh,
I mean that's an epic scene. I mean that's like
I like obvious things. I'm a basic bitch.
JP.
Yeah, I mean,
not
I
what
can't
I meant.
argue that, but yeah, I would say, well, my favorite scene, honestly, was like the one that I remember the most, and the one that Beckett probably hates is when he Michael Jackson's, because he moonwalks, he spins, he jumps, and then the spittoon bucket
Yeah.
hits them, and then
Yeah.
it ignites.
It ignites
the
the chase
the
scene.
first chase scene.
Yeah, it does.
And
All
it's
right.
It was perfect.
It's so good, and he did
It's
a good
hysterical.
job.
He did a
doing
really good
it.
job. Yeah.
It's not cringe. You're right.
Yeah. No, he really
I mean,
did a
not
good
at all.
job. It was fantastic.
If that happened in real life, we'd all be like, "This is awesome."
The Clint Eastwood
Yeah.
line sets the tone
Right.
for me.
That's
It's
that.
the way it goes.
I like that too.
So what do they do in the future? Oh, well,
Yeah.
what they got these automobiles. He goes, well, don't people run? Oh, yes, they do run, but they run for fun. Run for fun? What kind of stuff are they doing there?
the humor. I think the humor in all 3 movies is incredible. It's
What'll
it's really
be,
good.
stranger?
You know that line is the reason why I've never really became a runner. Like the
Ha.
For fun.
what do you do? Run for fun? It's like it is kind of. I mean,
What did the
I know some
bartender,
runners. It's like where are you going?
He asked
You
for
know?
like
They
water.
get that high, right?
What do he ask for the
That's
water?
right.
He asked for milk or Diet Pepsi. What do he ask for at the bar?
Shoot.
He asked for something. He goes, yeah, we have whiskey.
Some milk.
Yeah, some milk, and they all start laughing at him or something.
yeah.
Ice water.
So dumb.
And
Why,
then
I mean, is Marty that dumb? Or is he just innocent, ignorant? I don't know. Why would you? Ask
Wait,
for
why are you saying?
I think he should
He's still a
milk?
teenager.
Milk in the old. Yeah, it's true.
water.
But
Maybe a
when I was
water.
18,
So he's at a bar.
milk in that hot,
1980,
nasty bar.
He's at a bar.
1980s teenager. Chocolate milk? Did he ask for chocolate milk? Is that what he asked for?
no, definitely
think so.
I
not.
thought he asked for chocolate milk. He asked for regular
I really
white milk.
hope that would ruin the
He
movie.
said, "Could I
would-
have 2%
I
milk?"
think
I don't think he's.
remember.
Can I have a
Should I
glass
look
of
up?
whole milk? Yeah, look it up. Look it up.
Yeah,
I want to
all
know.
right.
That's
we-
killing me
we've
now.
already done it. We've done it. Yeah, we're too far into. Oh.
I'm sorry. It's like that's something I have to know.
No, we're gonna find out, and then we're gonna actually while he's looking that up,
I feel
guys,
like it was chocolate
what's
milk.
your favorite Back to the Future movie now? I'd have to say all 3. I'm at a cross. At
I
this
know.
Still
point.
like one.
I'm at a cross.
I'm at a cross. Yeah, I 1, 2, and 3.
They
I mean, there's-
all hold precious moments and
I'd
equally
say they're-
weighted.
I've watched them equally.
They're woven
I
together
feel.
better
Yeah.
than almost any trilogy I can think of, and that's why it's hard to separate them.
It's so hard to
They're
separate.
laced together.
They are so laced together.
They really are.
In fact, we can't even talk about one without referencing the other two.
It's true.
That's
And-
the thing. That's what's been happening on that. That's why we've
Right.
been having a hard time staying on one.
Yeah,
movie.
it's like
Because
it's
oh
one
wait, that
long
was
movie.
in one.
Yeah.
No, that
It's
was in
one
2.
movie.
Sometimes it's
one
hard to
complete
remember.
Story.
Well, it's
Yeah.
not even that. It was just that it was like so many things that one and one. It's just the fact that they
And
really
then-
did write.
I need to
one
rewatch
long
them.
story.
Yeah, we have to. Dude,
Yeah.
it's such an easy watch.
Because there's stuff that you
feel
guys
like
are
I
reminding me
recently
of
did.
and I forgot.
And the train at the end, you know the train at the end when it flies off the rails and it
Yeah.
ends the movie?
Yeah.
That turned into a cartoon series that I watched.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Like Jules and Verne, the kids.
was Saturday
and they're
morning
just-
cartoons.
I
Yeah,
watched a
Jules and
ton of
Verne,
it.
yeah.
And I like Back to the Future so much, and I'm a kid that I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm eating this up, even though it
didn't
probably
see
wasn't
that.
the
Oh.
best thing ever. I
It wasn't that
I
good.
loved it though.
No, I remember
still
watching
loved
it. I
it.
don't remember. I don't remember a lot
I think
about
Marty's
it.
in it
Did it
too.
go for like one season?
I think no.
No,
well,
it went
I think
for a
it went for a
little
little bit.
It did go
Really?
for a little bit. I was like super obsessed because like my family came down here in Orlando on vacation when like Universal opened.
Oh, we
up.
got the
ride.
line.
Oh, there it is.
Because we got like 40 seconds. Ice water.
Oh,
Not
wasn't even
milk.
any of it.
Ice water?
That
works.
makes so much more
I
sense.
apologize,
Yeah.
Marty.
Yep. Sorry,
All
I
right,
said
guys.
milk.
Hot
That's
day.
the trilogy.
Yep.
If you haven't seen it, you I don't even know. I don't even know. I don't think.
I mean, there's
it doesn't exist. Even parents are gonna make their kids watch it.
everybody has to have had seen this. movie.
No,
Absolutely.
I say this all the time, but I know a lot of people who don't. Yeah.
You
They haven't
really
seen
know
it?
people that have not seen Back to the Future.
Yes.
Are they Libyans?